Dan, you're on.
Hello, production volunteers. It's very nice to chat with you this afternoon. I have a couple people I'd like to introduce. You may or may not know, but you should if you don't. Chris!
Hello.
For those of you who don't know him, Mr. Chris, volunteer coordinator and lighting man extraordinaire at the 288 campus.
All right.
To his left, not to be mean or anything, but all the way to his left over here, Mr. Dustin, volunteer coordinator, Alvin campus, sound man extraordinaire. To my left. That's right. Thank you. Between Chris and Dustin, Jackson, sound operator for us, 288 campus, also a computer guru for the production department. We like him very much. We actually like him more than Chris, but we don't say that out loud. And then behind this whole group, we got Jonathan, a little taller. You guys know Mr. Jonathan takes care of audio for us, make sure it sounds great everywhere. So if it doesn't sound good somewhere, it's his fault. And then there in the background, Mr. Larry demonstrating the new Star Wars glasses / antenna. We'll be hanging up at the Alvin campus. So we are actually all shoehorned in here in the Alvin booth. A couple reasons. One, because it's fun. And two, because we're trying to talk a little bit about the Alvin booth. And so I'm standing with the guys that have been doing all the hard work, making sure the Alvin booth is getting done. And so, Mr. Chris, we're still December 11th. That's what we're talking about, December 11th?
December 11th is the goal.
Is the goal. And so, just help me out here a little bit, maybe a little explaining. So we've been doing like 1 day's worth of work of our 2 days of work time every week at the Alvin booth. Is that like an accurate statement?
Yep. Thus far,
go ahead.
Thus far, we've been able to dedicate at least one work day to the Alvin booth. This week, we actually got 2 days in because there weren't as many fires. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking good so far. So far, it looks like December 11th is going to be.
So like help me out a little bit. Like big things left for the Alvin booth. Like if I was somebody who didn't really know anything about all the details we got going on, but like some big things left. What are we big things left coming up?
Okay, so we still have a lot of cable to run left in the main auditorium at Alvin. I'm sorry, I'm just 288 in the brain. The main booth actually needs its desks. Once the desks come in, we can start running cable to the desks, and then we can start installing computers and monitors and all that good stuff. Multi-views, so big giant televisions on the wall, so you can see what's going on inside the main auditorium. And then we'll start installing all the fancy gear inside the rack that makes everything go.
And again, the goal, December
11th.
And that's actually the Wednesday before services on the Thursday.
Services
So when you come to services on December the 12th, you wouldn't come to this booth. You'd actually walk to the back hallway, go to the green room door, the old green room door. We're going to have a sign on it, right? It's a production.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, unless you're Ezra. Ezra will be left behind in this
Right,
booth.
he'll be in this booth. That's right, all by himself.
Sorry, Ezra.
And then, so you report back there, you get to see the new booth.
Yep.
And we'll potentially have maybe like a sneak preview the week before, like so people can start seeing what it might look like.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, so be looking for that. Okay. All right, so then we got some other things happening too. We got backdrop changeovers coming up.
Correct.
The church is actually doing a church-wide thing where we're going to decorate the entire campuses, all 4 campuses, starting the first week in December. So December 1st, the good folks at Webster are literally going to decorate the stage, or decorate the building during services, which I think is really cool. But then on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, there'll be nights at each campus, and I don't know which the order is yet. We're going to put that out on an email or the Quacker. Just be looking for it. But we're decorating, but we're also going to do backdrop changeovers those 3 nights. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the idea is that new backdrop for Christmas is going to be what? You're talking to me about that.
So Winter Wonderland theme was what was brought up. We talked about having a bunch of snow all over the stages, Christmas trees with snow on them, some window seals with snow, warm lights behind them, fancy Christmas lights, just a little scenic from an outside perspective.
So like if I'm out in my front yard, I'm looking at the house, kind of like what I'm looking at.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So, and we're going to do some pre-build days on those. So on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, people can join us in the evenings or during the day.
Right.
And actually help us change the backdrops over from the current backdrop to the new backdrop.
Correct.
Cool. And anything else crazy going on? Anything else we know about? Anything else we know about, guys? No? Halloween. So Halloween's actually on Thursday, right? That's
yes.
I understand correctly?
Falls on Thursday nights.
Falls on Thursday night this year. So, hey, dress up as your favorite nice family-friendly character and show up to the booth and help us to do a little trick-or-treating at the booth. The treating can be that you help us run services. The tricking is that we will give you candy for that.